Well-known Belizean artist John J. Rodriguez was murdered on Friday night in Dangriga. Rodriguez was at Havana Club, a popular gambling spot that he frequented, when a robbery at the establishment turned deadly. As he played one of the electronic gambling machines along with three other patrons, three men, one armed with a 9mm gun, entered and demanded money but were denied entry by the cashier on duty. In the aftermath of the foiled robbery, the gunman fired a single shot at the patrons. 38-year-old Stanley Vinay was grazed on the neck and he survived, but that same bullet caught Rodriguez on the left side of the face and killed him.
At 11:15 p.m., Dangriga police were called out to the Havana game shop, situated here in Dangriga on Havana Street, where upon arrival, the apparent lifeless body of a male was observed lying in a pool of blood with what appeared to be gunshot wound. Mr. Rodriguez was at the establishment at the time when three male entered. One was armed with what appeared to be a handgun and demanded that the cashier opened a door, and when the cashier refused, the gunmen tried to open the door by kicking on it. When they were unable to, the male that was armed fired a single shot. This shot hit another male who was in the area at the time, and it is believed also that that was the same bullet that ended up causing the fatal injury to Mr. Rodriguez.
He made a lie down on a stretcher. They just carry there for me, make we go see and identify and stuff like that. And he made in a blood and thing, and he may still have any working clothes because he may lately come off of work.
A senseless murder. John J. was simply at the wrong place at the wrong time. Originally from Hopkins Village in the south, he was employed at Quality Poultry Products in Dangriga for over 12 years, working deliveries until his untimely death. Black bows adorned the business establishment as employees mourned the death of one of their own.
I have known John Jay all his years here, and he was a great worker. He's a great person, sweet, loving, always joyful. He did live with my family for 6 years also, during some of his years here in Dangriga, and he's just a wonderful person.
That is why relatives and close friends rushed to the scene and the hospital in disbelief, hoping that it wasn't true, that their loved one had been murdered.
I made a sleep the time when I get to find out. I even drop off of my bed and bust my knee and thing. It make kind of shocking. I stand up at the door to wait for me. They tell me what happened and stuff like that. Nobody couldn't tell me what happened, and when I come out here, then my brother, they tell me what going on, and I never believe it. I even gone to the morgue, and I did the Holy Hand, and I still can't believe that he gone like that, because when I see on the night that like he's still living and stuff like that.
We got a text, and the text was saying that, John got shot and he died, but I didn't want to believe it, so I made one phone call to try to see if I can get some info on that, and the response was, well, they haven't heard anything like that. So now I want to, I started to wonder a little bit. So I got dressed, she called a taxi. At that time I went on the veranda, was just waiting out, and I saw my friend coming around the corner. He works at the hospital. So from the time I saw that vehicle, I knew that he was coming to see me, to tell me the same thing that I was just trying to just keep in my head, that, it's not so.
Rodriguez left work on Friday night and was supposed to be at Sabal Studios Productions, but ended up on Havana Street. Along with Silas Sabal and another artist, Rodriguez just recently recorded a hip-hop track for his latest album that was soon to be released.
Last 2 weeks Friday, John Jay was here at Sabal Studio Production, and him, I, and also Galicha the Lion, who I've been working with, we collaborated on a song called Party Turn Up, and John Jay was right here sitting on the chair right over that corner. And while sitting planning this song, I made the beat, and suddenly all of us became excited, and we said, you know what, this plan is coming to reality.
John Jay rocked the Bliss stage in 2014 in Channel 5's If You Can Sing It, Bring It Season 1, making it all the way to the semifinals as the top 4 singers in the competition. His passion for music and vocal talent still resonates among viewers and Belizean artists. His music career, however, started from a very young age when he was inspired by Michael Jackson.
I saw a video from Michael Jackson the first time, and that was when I realized that I just loved that just grabbed my attention. And so I ventured off into try singing with my sister then while with the horn thing coming up and what's not. I said to myself, but shucks, I feel like I could sing, I sing in the bathroom, sing. And everywhere I go, I usually try doing a lead thing and what's not. And I just felt that pulling from after I see the Michael Jackson video. That was exactly when I started to do music. And from then I carry on. I did karaoke shows and different things. I won a couple of karaoke's and what's not. And also I venture off into getting to meet artists after a while, like Super G. I met different artists like Ras Indio. We did some songs. I did songs with different artists here in the country, and I was with Super G for a while.
That collaboration with Super G yielded some hit songs such as Hold You back in 2005, Hurricane in the Club, Belizean Girls, and It's Over are several other songs with the General himself. It's a huge loss to Dangriga and the music industry, says Super G.
A huge loss, We really can't explain, it as much as well, but it's a huge loss. And not just to the music industry, but to the entire Dangriga. That's the vocal genius, John Jay would take any song and make it sound far better than you actually have it, you the songwriter. Excellent, talented youth, he knows exactly what to do, with certain type of toning. He would know exactly how to put it and make it sound much better. We started like in 2002. We did so many songs, but The Whole You was actually one of our biggest collab, and working with John Jay was, a great experience because I learned a lot vocal-wise from him.
Dwayne Moody for News 5.